No, no, no. We will start now, right? Next week I will start the 162 also, right? So this is a combination. First, after completing 160, we can start 162, right? So in 160, we will study about the fundamentals of computers. Then in 162, we are learning about Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, right? Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, right? So hope you got the idea, right? Right. So let me share the screen first. Right. Right. Hope you can see the screen. Hmm. Right. So ID 162. So let me show you the fundamentals. Right. So there's a one C form for the IT 160. So C forms means the lesson content. Right. What you should learn and why you should learn. So right. Not it. Just wait, I'll explain. Then we'll see whether we need to do a practical or not. Right. So this is the IT 160 fundamentals of computing C form. It means the basic structure, right? So it's a compulsory 2 credit subject, right? So you will get 2 credits for this subject, and we have integrated this module to the BABL studies to improve the computing knowledge of our students, right? Previously, such module was not there, right? But eventually we have integrated it to help the students with their IT knowledge, right? Right. Hope you are using laptops and hope you have a moderate knowledge about software tools, right? Am I correct? Ah, sure. All right. So this is the program structure, and we have designed it to enhance the IT knowledge of IT BABL students, right? Right. So let me first give you a quick overview about what are we going to learn here in during this lecture. So first we should learn about what is a computer and why should be aware about computers, characteristics of computers, and I will do a general discussion about the modern application of computers. Then in other lectures, you can see what are the computer hardware are, what are the systems, and we will clarify the computer systems according to several categories. Yes, then we can learn about the computer memory units and operating systems. So we have two types of operating systems, the CLI and the GUI. And not that all, we are going to learn about the computer networks also, right? Computer networks also, and about some computer security basics, password protection. Likewise, we are going to do a quick overview during this IT 160 module. Sorry, it means, did I hear it clearly? You have asked about a code or something? No, 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 no. Coding is a different thing. It's a small aspect of IT, right? So if you need to develop a software or a website or something, you can code, right? So it's like this. Yes. So if you go to the yes, coding is different. This is the fundamentals of computing. If you need to do coding, you should do a BSc in IT degree or IT diploma. So there you can do codes, right? So it's like, so if you go to the google.com, right? So if you go to the google.com, so if you need to do build something like this, so you should write code like this. So let me show the code, right? So this is the code, right? So here you should learn about how to write such thing. And let me show you a cool feature. So if I go to this, right? So now it's currently it shows Google, right here. Right. Let me delete it, right? So if I delete it, you can't see the Google anymore, right? Right. Oh, right. Then one thing, right? So here it says Google search, right? So then let me add your name there, right? So it says Chai Huang. Oh, Hong. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So how 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 shall I call you? Chao. Uh-huh. Huang. Huang. Uh-huh. Right. So what do you prefer? What do you prefer? How should I call you? Chao, Huang, Chao. Yes, it's easy to pronounce. Okay. Right. So, Venerable Chow, so let me add your name here. So, just to make you inspire, right? Not to do anything, just to inspire you, right? Right. So, if I add Chow, can you see here? Chow, I feel lucky, right? Yes. Now we have changed. Now we have changed Google, right? No, it's just a trick. Yes. No. 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 It's just a trick. So, if I refresh it, it will vanish, right? So it's a temporary thing. So if I refresh it, it will vanish back to normal, right? Right. So if you can learn such things if you do code, but here in this module we are not going to study the codes. But if you're interested, I recommend you to do some Udemy courses. So if you go to the Udemy, you can see some small courses here, coding courses, right? So here you should pay for that, right? But you can see so much courses there, right? So then and no, it's not free. Some courses are free, but most of the courses are not free, right? Otherwise, there are websites called then sorry, right? So and otherwise there are some free websites. So let me show you one. There's a thing called W3 schools. W3 schools, right? So this one. So if you go here, here you can start from HTML. So HTML is used to make websites, smaller ones, right? So you can try them, right? So here you can edit them. Likewise, you can edit them. So you should start coding with HTML, right? HTML, right? Likewise, you can start. Right. So since hope you are clear with that, right? So here during this lecture we are not going to um, connect with do the uh, coding stuff, right? We are not going to do the coding stuff, right? So let me again share the screen. I think I had a connection issue, right? Right. Okay, right, right. So let's go to the lecture slides then. Today I will do a quick overview as I mentioned earlier. Right. So let me go to this one. So I have shared the zip file, right? You can just right click on there and give extract here. So you can get the exact slides like this, right? Right. So first, let me show you something, right? So if you go to this website, so it's the Colombo Computer Museum. So it's located in Sri Lanka. and it is related to what we are going to learn. Now, when you visit Colombo, you can visit this museum, right? When you visit Colombo, you can visit this museum. Uh, yes, like that's why, right? So here in Colombo Computer Museum, if you go to the gallery, so you can see the evolution of computers in Sri Lanka. Evolution of computers in Sri Lanka, right? So there's a separate menu. So if you go to this collection, you can see several things here, from calculators to modern devices, right? From calculators to modern devices, right? So you can physically examine them if you visit this museum, right? Right. So that's a start thing, right? Then I will post the link to the Google Meet chat. So if you wish, you can check them, right? Right. Then if I open the lecture slide, lecture note 0, right? We see what is there. Right. So this is the lecture slide, Introduction to Computing Overview, right? So why we should learn these things? Why we should learn these things, right? First, we should learn computing, these fundamentals of computing lecture, to understand the computing fundamentals, right? Why, how a computer works, and why we need to learn. Likewise, we should learn them, right? And exploring computer capabilities and limitations, what we can do and what we can't do. And we should learn about the modern applications, and this is very important. This is the most important one, building digital literacy, right? Building digital literacy, right? So this is the most important one. So if you take the world, right? So if you take the world digital literacy, right? So literacy stats, can we see some statistics, right? Here, according to recent data, the global digital literacy rate is around 60%. It means 60% of the world population can work with computers, right? And meaning roughly 60% of the world's population has basic digital skills. They can work with the computer and they know how to work, right? So it will significantly, enhance their learning experience and living, right? So, and also to have a significant higher digital literacy, you should have many resources, right? So be proud of yourself, and we are lucky to have even to own a computer, right? Because there are people, those who don't have computers even, right? Right. So right. So one of the goal of this lecture is to enhance the computer literacy. Right. Then computer science, right? So let me show you a small video then. So let me copy this link. All right. Right. So let's see this video. Um, right. Right. So I think there's a problem. We'll see. Right. Right. I think there's a problem with my microphone, right? Doesn't matter. So we'll do something like this, right? So I will explain, right? I will explain. Then it's better, right? So just see. I will explain time to time, right? So that's good. That's good, right? So I'll put it in the Google Meet link, right? And also I'll quickly explain, right? So computer science explained in 70 minutes means it's a general overview about how the computer works and how does it work, right? So this is a very important device. So this is called the transistor, right? So this is the main build. Oh, so right. So shall I continue? No, I have muted the video because I think there's a problem with the internet connection and you can't hear that, right? So I will explain what's the video says. Then it's fine. Right, right. So here, so this is a thing called transistor, and it's like a switch, right? It's like a switch, right? So the computer works with electricity, and it can only understand if the current is flowing or not, right? Here, if the current is not flowing, he can understand, it can understand. If the current is not showing, yeah, so the transistor, now it's on, now it's off, right? On and off, right? So only the computer can understand both those two steps only, two status only, right? So we have used a number system to give the computer instructions, right? That's why we are coding, right? So here, unfortunately, during this module, we are not going to code, but that's the way how the computer works, right? So the code will control these switches. So transistors are switches, so it will control these switches, right? That's how a computer works, right? So let me quickly explain, right? Yes, so here, so it's between ones and zeros, right? Only ones and zeros, right? So you can view the video by yourself, and you can understand more. Let me quickly skip the video, right? So here we will here. So we have hardware, right? So each of these are hardwares, right? Keyboards, mouse, monitors, printers. Likewise, all of these hardware will understand only ones and zeros. Ones and zeros means electricity on or electricity off. Only that thing, right? So that's why we need code. That's why we need code. And luckily here today we have some softwares, right? So you don't need to manually switch the printer on or off several times to print this one, right? You can just go to file and you can press the print button, right? Then the document will be printed, right? So simple as that, right? So previously in older days we'll see how they have printed things, how they gave instructions to the computers, right? We'll see, right? Device drivers, right? So then CPU, we have the CPU, so it's like the brain of the computer, and yes, brain of the computer, and there are several components inside the CPU, right? And we have the random access memory also, so they will yes, they will work simultaneously to serve special purposes. Right. So you probably have heard about the CPU cores, right? CPU cores means here you have dual core, quad core, right? Octa core, right? We have cores. Cores means it's like rooms or factories, right? So inside the single CPU, you can perform four different tasks, right? So that's the idea behind the cores, right? So can you tell me what's the core capacity of your laptop or the machine? So have you joined using your laptop or the mobile device? So if it is comfortable, you can turn on the video also. If you like, if you would like, you can turn on your uh, camera also. Um, all right, it's better. It's better. So let me stop sharing, right? So let me stop sharing. Right. Right. You are presenting. Right. Ah, you are using Mac. Right. Okay. Uh, Cost of CPU. Cost of CPU. So while you are figuring it out, yes. Just check whether you can see that. Yes. Otherwise, if you tell me the Mac module, we can search for it, right? You can search for it. Ah, right. MacBook Air. So you should maybe translate it for me. All right. So I can understand. Right. So you have a RAM of 8 GB, right? Then what about the? Yes, you can we can see the RAM, and yes. If I take, yes. Right. So let me get a screenshot of this one, and we'll try we can translate it so I can help. Right. So you see. Yes, we'll see. Mm, mm, mm. Hold on. Ah, right. Yes. So can you let me share my screen, right? So you can stop presenting. Right. Share now. Right. So I have And so you can see my screen now. So I have uploaded your screenshot to the Google Translate. Right here, it's MacBook Air 10 1, Apple M1 chip. You have Apple M1 chip, memory 8 GB. For the M1 chip, we'll see how many cores are there. Then it's fine, right? Apple M1 chip, number of cores. Right, it's loading. Here you have 8 cores. For the M1 chip, you have 8 cores, right? You have 8 cores inside the M1 chip, right? Right. So, right. So we'll proceed, right? So now you know how to see your specification on your laptop, MacBook, right? Right. So, can you hear me still? Because I don't hear anything from you. That's why. Right. Have you lost your connection, Venerable Chow? Now you are back. Now you are back. Right. So, are you currently at a rural area, or do you have any problem with your internet connection? Uh-huh. Okay. Uh, Now I see. Right. Doesn't matter. Right. So, right. Let's continue. Right. So then, right. So now we know about the course. Right. How now we know about the course. Then, if I proceed, right. So here, so we are giving request for the CPU. So here he has asked to just do a calculation, get the summation of 1 and 2, right? Get the summation of 1 and 2, right? From the CPU. Then the CPU will use its power and it will calculate, right? So it will calculate and show you the output, right? Show you the output, right? And here you can show you the output, right? So now the programming languages will come into place, right? So using programming languages, we can give human-like statements or instructions to the computer. Human-like, human language-like statements, right? Otherwise, as I mentioned earlier, the CPU can only understand ones and zeros, right? Ones and zeros. So that's why we need programming languages, right? Then right, so it's pretty much that, right? So if we try to give instructions for the CPU directly, we should use ones and zeros. Otherwise, we can use the programming languages, right? Programming languages, right? So you can watch the rest of the video. So there are some advanced parts, right? There are some advanced parts, right? So let me quit this video, right? So back to the presentation. Right. So this is a more typical question, what's a computer is. So when someone asks what's a computer is, you can't give a direct answer, but you can give a simple answer, right? You can say it's an electronic device, right? Computer is an electronic device which can process data, right? Which can process data, right? And also it can store, retrieve, and perform complex calculations at high speed, right? This is also important because even humans can perform calculations, but uh, we don't have such a high speed. We don't have such a high speed. Then here I have mentioned some historical milestones about the history of computing, right? So the first computer was in 1940. Then the personal computer era started. Then in 1990s, the internet age has begun. Then we had mobile computers, mobile phones from 2000s. Now we have the most advanced things, the AI and quantum computers, right? Right. No need to dive deep into these historical things, right? Then here I have also added a small video so you can watch it when you have a free time. Then why should we be aware about computers? So this is the why question. Why? So since you are doing BABL, why you need to have this fundamental knowledge? So digital knowledge or digital uh, knowledge will uh, be helpful to uh, enhance your skills when you are doing academics, right? So here we should do presentations, right? We should make word documents, assignments, right? We sometimes we should make some posters, stuff, right? For those things you have to have a small fundamental knowledge, right? And it's the most essential tool in modern workplaces, right? So if you are trying to work for a company or maybe NGO or something else, right, you should complete it, right? You should use it to uh, you should use it to do it, right?